Hey guys, this is a little bit of a different kind of video. We know
Yes, it is.
a lot of bit of different kind of video, honestly. And we
Yeah.
know a lot of families watch our videos together.
Yes.
And so we just wanted to put a little disclaimer or warning. This is different.
It's explicit.
And it does have some language that we're going to edit out on your end, but we don't recommend you chase down the rabbit trail of his songs.
No.
And also, if you have young kids, I would suggest
I wouldn't let my
probably
kids
not.
watch this video.
Yeah, don't let your young kids watch with you.
We
do have some more family-friendly ones coming later,
Yeah.
but we just wanted to react to something a little different.
As believers, and if you're a believer and you're watching some of the stuff and you're wondering how in the world could they do that, it's very important to understand that we have a world that's lost and we have a world that is dying and potentially facing an eternity without God. When Jesus walked the earth, he hung out with people and he associated with people who were not the cleanest. They were not the prettiest. They probably didn't talk the best. And those are the people that he died for. He didn't condone their behavior, nor do we, but he loved them nonetheless.
While you were still sinning.
Romans chapter 5, right?
Mhm.
While you were still sinning, Christ died for the ungodly. And so we just want to remind you that this
looks different from church perspective.
from a church perspective, but to us, this is a way of reaching people who may not have been reached otherwise, you know, and if we can get into dialogue about Jesus, because that's the real question they need to answer, then we're going to, use it. But yeah, if you're a believer and you're wondering why, and that answer is not sufficient enough, you're more than welcome to write in and maybe we can sit down and have an email conversation. So anyway, thanks for watching.
Welcome back, everyone, to Dr. Pastor JP Reacts.
Yes.
This is Dr. Pastor JP. If you're new to our channel, he is a doctor in counseling and theology and the lead pastor of our church. We're moving in a different direction. I think personally this will speak to the therapist side even more than NF did.
Okay.
I've only seen this once. I've seen clips of it before on TikTok, but I've only sat down and watched it one time.
I don't even know who the guy is.
His name's Ren. That's what we know. I mean,
Ren.
we're going in almost as blind as you.
Okay.
So his name's Ren. The song's called Hi Ren.
All right.
Not gonna lie, I did not expect that the first time I watched this.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Nah, mate, this time is different, man, trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys ran nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky having me.
I'm gonna pause it. The captions are a little funky. Sorry about that.
Captions are very funky.
Welcome to the video, JP.
Wow. It's the first time I've ever experienced folk rap.
Yeah.
Us too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I kind of like it. It
But-
has a thing to it.
I love the acoustic guitar in this song, honestly. Like, and he plays it really well.
Yeah. Again, you know, we just came from many videos that talk about the same thing.
Yeah.
You see him as he's playing, looking side to side, like I wonder if his therapist told him he had split personality disorder. You know, it wouldn't shock
That's
me.
how it's acting right
It's
now.
how it's acting. That's what you see, right? And so, you know, one side of himself is trying to convince the other side, you're no good. No,
Yeah.
but wait, my people like my songs. So I mean, here's the weird part. It, like, if you're a human and you've ever struggled with this, it doesn't matter where you're from, who you are, male, female, whether you're into a certain type of music or not, you still have the capacity to go through this cycle, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very interesting and weirdly eclectic. It's kind of got a little bit of weirdness to it that's enough to pull you in and listen to the words. Like, but yeah, it's interesting so far.
Mm-hmm.
Should we keep the captions or get rid of them? Because
No, keep them.
Okay.
You know
They
you
help,
guys know
but
how my brain works.
they
can't-
help, but the random like 2003 Graham
was that
music
about?
just popped up, so I don't know.
I will get distracted with the video.
Yeah.
I if I can see the words, it would help.
Yeah. So let's keep going. We got a lot more.
Wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal? Next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious. Eminem did it. Played on guitar. Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. I don't need you, I don't need to hear this, cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth. Complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistophelies, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I are me, I am you, friend.
Woo.
We weren't kidding about this.
Yeah,
one.
we told you. We warned him.
We tried to warn you.
Woo!
Yeah. I've seen it before and I'm sweating like that. It makes me nervous.
What makes you nervous is me watching it. That's what makes you nervous. What is he thinking about this? Wow. Okay. But the reality is, for a lot of people, internally, this is the cycle they go through.
Mm-hmm.
This is the battle between good and evil.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Talks about temptation. I'm the evil one. I'm the one that's in the middle of chaos, that type of thing. As you know, this is a church thing that we do.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for me not to weigh in on like the perspective, the Bible perspective of it. What he's talking about is not any different than what Satan did in the garden in Genesis chapter 3.
Mm-hmm.
Deceit and lies, and he's the good part of him.
Yeah.
The part that wants to do the right thing is fighting the part that lies within him that does the wrong thing. We can see that in Romans, right?
Yeah.
The book of Romans.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when people watch this kind of stuff, you know, when I watch this, sometimes people could be taken aback, right?
Mm-hmm.
Be like, oh my word, that's so horrible. Here's the reality. If we were to unzip your brain,
Mm-hmm. It
would it look like that?
Probably
it might
worse.
look like that.
probably worse, honestly.
And so we need to be careful, right?
I think I was just thinking of the interest, and it's interesting he references biblical concepts of good and evil.
Yes, he did.
I
I picked that up right away, of
'Cause
course.
I know he's not religious.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it. But and I was thinking for our viewers that aren't religious or wouldn't call themselves Christian, like it kind of leads into absolute truth. Like you kind of just said, there's an inner good and evil that we all
Yeah.
experience, whether it's with the Garden of Evil and temptation, Garden of Eden and temptation.
Yeah.
And so it kind of points to there being an absolute truth if we know, what he's doing is wrong. He shouldn't be feeling that way about himself. But we all have that battle inside of ourselves of good and evil. And so,
Well, it also speaks of an internal moral code.
Yeah.
We were created with an internal moral code, not even knowing about morality, because that's how God created us. You know, and it's like to know the right from wrong, to know what absolute truth is, which is a huge discussion because there are a lot of people who believe that truth is relative and whatever it means to
Yeah.
them, that's what it means. Green is not green, blue is not blue.
Yeah.
It's whatever color I make it type of, and that's really kind of hard to wash out when
Yeah.
you watch a video like this. It's like, well,
clearly something's wrong.
okay, some he's recognizing that
Yeah.
there's an issue, right?
Yeah.
There's an issue of a couple things that are going on within him. He wants to do the right thing. He wants to, but yet there's this other side of him that's battling the war within, right? It's that war within, the evil versus good. And for non-believers, it might be, Luke Skywalker against Darth Vader.
Right.
And yes, they were related. It's like, so how does that work? And it's very interesting. I mean, this is a very interesting video, the way he's kind of laying it out, because unlike NF, which was really, really good, this is like unzipped. This is NF was raw. This is raw and unzipped. Like, it's like you're like, I'm laying it open. Like, I'm actually acting out what happens in my brain. And that's the thing that, I always think that's interesting. Like,
The guitar is very good.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rain falls soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? 'Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs. That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're climbing to different sides. When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax, and I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget that we are human beings.
Okay. No disrespect to Ren. That's Ren, right? Singing. That was Ren. Okay. But he doesn't have a Hope album yet.
Mm-hmm.
And he's on his journey, which is good that he can, in my opinion. It's good that he is so in touch with the internal battle and is willing to, of course, articulate it out loud.
Yeah.
One thing that makes me sad, can you look up for me the video we just watched, how many views that it has? 22 million views.
Yeah.
Here's the sad part about this whole thing.
22 million people are connecting with it. Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah. And I've read through some of the comments.
I get it.
And it's like
22 million
80-year-old saying, hey, I get this.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, right? Yeah. And so he's identifying the differences. You know, he has just admitted there's no winners, there's no losers. If you've noticed at the end, he left a lot of comparisons: dark, light, wet, dry. Like there was a lot of very clear comparisons. I don't care whether you're a Christian or not a Christian. You're human. And because we live in a busted, broken world that's just sometimes hurtful and disgusting, we go through this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Man, in the field that I'm in, what are we trying to do? Are we trying to, with people that are struggling like this, are we trying to numb them to the degree that they don't have to think about it? Or are we trying to be open and honest and address the real root issues of it so they don't have to live with it? Yeah, this is a very open, very raw, obviously by the music and his choice of language, which we don't condone, but we're going to talk about that. But at the same time, that's just real.
Yeah.
Like, that's a real thing. And sometimes I think we get so cloistered, and it kind of shocks us, right? And I've told people, here at our church and Bible studies that I've led, don't be surprised. Why are you surprised? Don't be surprised at this kind of stuff. Like, this is real. Like, this is what people are going through when they have no hope.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, our opinion here at Rives, hope is found in Jesus. And if you don't believe in him, okay, I get that. I understand that. But you still have to answer the question.
What do you do with him?
What do you do with him? Like, you're still without hope, but yet you're not going to consider that as an option and him as the solution and what he can provide.
Like, comment, subscribe. Check out our NF journey and all our other videos. But don't forget,
Keep your nose in the book.